Welcome to the 3BWaxing show. The topic today is the benefits of going from shaving underarms to waxing them, and then I'll be talking about my personal story on how I started waxing my underarms. Hey, RL, how do I say that? Let's see. RL thrust star pitch. Okay, star pitch, RL. I'm missing the first part, but star pitch. Welcome to the 3BWaxing show. Hey, Deanna Lacole. Welcome back to the 3BWaxing show. How are you doing? Thank you. Hey, Amor Pearl 7. Welcome to the 3BWaxing show. How are you? How is everyone doing? How is your Tuesday going? No, Wednesday. Why did I think it was Tuesday? Hey. So with the topic today, do any of you guys wax your underarms already? Or thought about it? Hey Terry, welcome back to the 3BWaxing show. How are you? Say good, see, good. I'm glad you're doing good. More Pearl. Good. So any of you wax, Deanna Lacole said yes. How long have you been waxing your underarms? It's amazing, right? I have been doing it for, I'm trying to think. I say I started waxing my underarms when I was 16. I'm happy you're going over underarm waxing because I literally have an exam on it, so I'm here. Thank you. Well, you are welcome. That's so funny. So are you in esthetician school and they are doing an exam on underarm waxing? Because I went to esthetician school 10 years ago, so it was different. But you have an actual exam on it. Do you have to do a practical in class? I've never waxed mine before. It's amazing. I'm going to talk about the benefits of it when I tell my story. It is in a little over 9 months. It really is. And it changes the game. Hey, Bougie Drew. Welcome to the 3BWaxing show. I didn't know they do a practical and exam in school. We didn't have that. We didn't have a lot of hey, how are ya? It was just different how we had it. But that's good that you guys, get to wax. You get to wax. Get more practice waxing and doing exams in school, because then you can, personally for me, I was waxing people outside of school in general because I liked it. But if you're already doing exams, you're getting the schooling for it, so you could really just start waxing people outside of school and already start building your clientele. So it's really good. Because waxing, I say waxing's amazing just for yourself. If you wax or think about getting waxed, it is amazing. It said 8 months. I did it once and then we were online. Never did it. It said 8 months. I did it once and then we were online. Never did it. The exam you will be totally fine. So I'm glad you said that. So I'll talk about. So this live is about underarms and the benefits of getting it, but I'll also gear it towards tips to help you waxing someone else, or if you're waxing yourself. So I'll do both tips today. That's perfect. You will be totally fine, Amara Pearl. And it's amazing that you guys get to, learn it in school, because you can get your own, start building your clientele. Oh, what I was saying about waxing is it's such a great skill to have, whether you wax yourself or you wax other people, because you can go anywhere and make money, one. And then even if you say you're not an esthetician and you just, like to get waxed, and you learn how to wax yourself, you'll always be set. And then even if you don't wax yourself and you went from shaving to waxing, you're going to improve your skin by so much. So I'm going to introduce the show, introduce myself, and then we'll get started in I'll talk about my story on how I got started, the benefits I've seen with waxing the underarms. I'll even talk a little bit about the laser thing I did and how it kind of messed me up, but and then some tips on waxing your underarms. Hey, Face and Body, how are you? By Mona Venus. Welcome to the 3BWaxing Show. So, for those of you who are new, welcome to the 3BWaxing Show. Welcome to the 3BWaxing Show. And so you remember, welcome to the 3BWaxing Show. I am Becca, your pro waxer and skin therapist since 2010. I help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, ingrowns through full body waxing, chemical peels, facials, and products. I have my own product line that's been sold all over the US, the UK, Canada, and the UAE. They're my acne and ingrown pads, and then my fruit enzyme pads. I'm going to do an order either tomorrow or Friday. I just got to get some stuff together to send out the orders. But I'm thankful to have all these orders. I also help estheticians start their own product line, start their own salon suite, attract clients, and improve their waxing technique. I've been the regional trainer for a large waxing franchise and the lead esthetician at a high-end gym in Newport Beach. Hey, No Second Chances. How are you? Welcome to the 3BWaxing Show. Hey, Locks by Kells. Welcome to the 3BWaxing Show. Hey, Jess. How are you? Welcome to the 3BWaxing Show. Good to see you. I miss you. Miss you and the family. So, let's get into it. For those of you just joined, how are you? How you doing? We're talking about waxing underarms. I started because I still am a ballerina, because you never stop being a ballerina. But I was dancing. I was dancing and I was getting horrible ingrowns in my underarms. Like, it was really bad. It was like boil types and just terrible. I don't know if any of you guys deal with that. With shaving, and I was even using an electric razor. Have any of you guys tried the electric razor? It is better than the straight razor, but it's still, not the greatest. And this is before I knew about exfoliating your underarms. So this was like, I just needed something to work. And I would use Nair as well. I don't know if any of you guys have used Nair. And I used to use Veet. Do you guys use any of those? I was trying everything. And so I wound up getting the Sally Hansen at Sally's, where you would put it in the microwave. It was hard wax, and then you would test it on your underarms and just said yes, Veet, yes. And so the smell is horrible. And you're just like, oh, don't burn. Hey, AE Mom too. Welcome to the 3BWaxing Show. How are you? So yeah, it was a lot of trial and error. Hey, Aesthetics of Fishtown. Welcome to the 3BWaxing Show. She said rotten eggs. Yeah, basically. And you're sitting there and you're like, please don't burn. And I used to get reactions on my leg from it, but my mom didn't want me to shave at the time. This is when I was really young. So I would have to use it. And so I started using the Sally Hansen, the wax, and because there was no temperature, I would just like burn my underarms and hope for the best. And I'll wax my underarms, and I got good at it. Like, I could do it right before ballet, which you're really not supposed to work out after you wax, but I didn't know. I was just trying to get rid of the hair, but it helped a lot. It helped. So I have darkness under my underarms. That's something I've always dealt with, and it really helped lighten my underarms. And what waxing does is it helps to not have that that like 5 o'clock shadow. Like when you shave, it's like you basically, it's not hairy, but you still have like that look of hair. So waxing really helped with that for me. And I was like really insecure about it. Even still, like I'll even talk I said I would talk about like, so I was working on lightening my underarms recently, like waxing, doing my underarm detox. I was using the pads, and then I got laser and to try it because I was like, oh, maybe this is something that I could offer to my clients. I want to see it for myself. And actually it scarred my underarms. They're like pretty dark. Like I got scarred. It's scarred as far as it's darker. And so I have to go back and do the whole process. But the beauty of waxing is that it lightens your underarms. It also, if you struggle with ingrowns, it's going to help a lot. Any questions on that? I got to go get my phone charger because I know my phone's about to die. Any questions on that? I just know this is about to die. All right. So that's when I really started waxing my underarms. No questions or questions about the underarms or whatever. So that was when I was 16, and I did it. I would do it every week, actually. So you can get your underarms waxed every week. Your hair growth cycles will be a little off, but I didn't care because I just wanted to make sure I was smooth for dancing. Yeah, so that's how I got started. And then I went to esthetician school when I was in high school. So it was probably like when I was 17. It was 2009, August, that they had a program that you could go to esthetician school while you were in high school. So I took a bunch of credits like over the summer in order to have my high school hours free. So I had so what I would do is I would go to school in the daytime, regular school. Then evening from 12 to 4, I would go to esthetician school. And then I would work from 4 to 9 at Hot Dog on a Stick. I don't know if you guys remember Hot Dog on a Stick, but I used to work there. And so when I went to esthetician school, I was telling, what's her name, Amore Pearl, we did waxing, but a lot of it was with soft wax. But I got introduced to hard wax, which was Serapil, and I started getting better at waxing my underarms. I learned about, the temperature does matter because I was burning my underarms. I was making them darker. That's one thing. Another thing is I learned about hair growth cycles and adding pressure after you wax your underarms. So if you're waxing yourself or you're waxing somebody else's underarms, you want to apply pressure right after. It tricks your body into the pain. But there's something important I forgot about this, is that, so I was waxing on my own, and then I went to school, esthetician school, and then I started waxing, but I still had a lot of ingrowns. And one thing, the reason why I get like ingrowns is because I have curly hair naturally. Let me answer this question. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, it won't. Why won't it pull up? I see a question coming through, but it's not letting me answer. Look at it. Oh, here we go. I'm a new waxer. Some clients are becoming bumpy after. So there's a few things, there's a few reasons why. Okay, so let me just remember what I was about to talk about. I was going to talk about the ingrowns of my underarms. Okay. So maybe the type of wax you're using. That's one reason. I'm trying to think of times when people have become irritated. You may need to start, so ask them first if they're on anything like retinol or, not retinol, Accutane or anything that's like bothering them. Or if they are working out right before, drinking a lot of alcohol before, that does affect it. Another thing you may want to try doing is waxing. Like, I can go one direction and the other direction, but sometimes some people you need to break it down in strips. That'll help. That would be the reason why I could see someone getting bumpy, is that they're needing to go in smaller sections. And then I would say also tell your clients to exfoliate. My clients all know to exfoliate. They're all good about it. Like, mostly everyone's good about it. I mean, everybody's human, but so they really have good results. But there's been times where I've worked and people didn't exfoliate and their results ended up like not what they wanted, or it's like, okay, you got to be consistent. So I would just tell them also, you need to exfoliate to get a better wax, because that could be part of the problem as well. So to answer your question. Okay, I don't know how to get rid of the question once it's answered. Y'all, bear with me. I'm trying to... because now I can't really see responses. Okay, responses couldn't be removed. Responses, okay. It's very interesting how Instagram has changed things. Like, my whole screen is weird right now. Okay, but good question. Welcome to the 3BWaxing show, Feisty Moni. Hope I'm saying that right. So going back to my ingrown. So I was waxing myself with, the Sally Hansen. I think it was Sally Hansen. I know exactly what it looked like. It was kind of like a grayish wax. And then I went to the esthetician school, but I still had ingrowns and they were like curly. So my esthetician teacher and my friend, because I would partner up with the same girl when you like practice on each other, they literally one day, it was like probably 2 hours, because it was like the half of the day, because you have theory and then you have working on each other or working on clients. They took tweezers and tweezed out all my ingrowns. First of all, it was painful, but we were talking and laughing. But it was so nice of them, because they literally tweezed out all of those ingrowns. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, where it's like a bunch of them like this, where you just have to pull them out, and there's like long ones, curly ones, whatever, or you have to like squeeze it a little bit. So they did that. After they did that and I started waxing, my waxes became so much better. That's why when I wax my clients, I take that extra time to like tweeze if I need to, or look to see if there's any ingrowns, because getting them out will help so much more. I wasn't getting as good of waxes because I still had ingrowns. I also didn't know much about exfoliating at the time. It was in the beginning of my journey, but it really changed the game for me. So if you are having really bad ingrowns, ideally I could help you with that if I was open, or if you're in California. But see if somebody can tweeze them out for you, and then start waxing, or wax and then have someone tweeze them out for you. It'll help a lot. And then if you are an esthetician, if you can provide that service, you're going to improve your clients' wax results by a lot. Because a lot of people tell me they appreciate that I do tweeze, or I do that extra just to see. Now if it's a whole lot and we don't have a lot of time, I'll do a few, and gradually do it. But that's something that you can do if you're an esthetician. So I forgot about that part of the story to tell you guys. And actually that teacher, I saw a picture of her on the thing. I was staying in contact with her, but I stopped staying in contact with her as much. But I do want to stay in contact with her, and that's something that I think is important for estheticians to do, is stay in contact with your teachers. I was always staying in contact with people I know, but I actually called her right before I moved to California. Well, I got engaged, and I was like, I'm going to move to California soon. And I was like, I really want to open up my business. I know you had one. And then she gave me a lot of good advice. Her name was Mrs. Ortiz. And I just stay in contact with your teachers. It's great. It's just a good relationship to have. And then also they have connections and those kind of things. So she said, what wax is best for the face? So I use the same wax for face and body. I like Cerapeal Blue. You can use a lot of waxes for both the face and body. If you're a little nervous, you can use, Satin Smooth. Satin Smooth. It's the green kind. I was trying it out a few years ago on a friend, and she's really sensitive. And usually if you wax your face for the first time, you're probably going to have some breakouts. But we used the green one, and she didn't have any breakouts. And she did well. So that one's a good one. But Cerapeal Blue is still good. You want to make sure you just go the direction of the hair growth, so you don't get any problems with people's skin will break out on their face sometimes. That's pretty common just because it's the face and it's the first few times. But if you go the direction of the hair on the face, so even if you have to break it down, say some of the hairs go here and then some of the hairs go in like this on someone's face, then you're just going to have to make smaller strips, and it'll improve their wax. And that's when you can you can charge a little more, because most people don't do that stuff. They're just a lot of places that you go to get wax, they don't customize it like that. I feel like there's a delay in this. So sorry if there's such a delay. There's a problem with the internet in Orange County. We've been trying to upgrade, and it's been kind of a crazy thing. Sugar scrub, a coarse exfoliating glove help. Yes. So as I went into esthetician school, I learned that exfoliating improves Satin Smooth. Exfoliating improves a lot. So it depends on the person as well. That's one reason why I started the acne and ingrown pads, is because people need a strong exfoliant that's chemical, because sometimes a scrub can be too abrasive, but it really depends on the person. I've had somebody who they used a chemical exfoliant and a physical exfoliant every day. And we got their ingrowns down, and they were waxing every week and a half. And we got their ingrowns down. Their underarms look great. That's a lot. That most people would be like, my skin would be tore up. Hey, pretty Autumn. Welcome to the 3BWaxing show. Most people's skin would be toe up and flow up. No. So it really depends on the person. I usually say, you could do a glove or the Tree Hut scrub, underarms 3 to 4 times a week, or do the pads that are stronger than a physical exfoliant and do them 3 to 4 times a week. It just depends on how, it basically depends on your cell turnover. That's what's the scientific thing of it. I know scientific is not a word, but you'll have to figure out how often you need to do it. A good rule of thumb, 1 to 3 times a week. And then, as you are, I know you're an esthetician, so as you are, going through your journey of taking clients and stuff, you'll start to get to know, like, people's skin and kind of understand, oh, this person's going to need like 3 to 4 times, or this person's going to need stronger, or like a lot of people, if they are working on dark spots, they're going to need the pads because chemical exfoliants are better for sensitive skin. And then one thing you can do is start offering underarm detoxes, which I started, and that's basically a facial for the underarms. And not only is it taking out the leftover deodorant, but it's also exfoliating the area. So that's something you can offer and do. I know it's kind of advanced because I know you're in school, but it's just something else. A lot of what I did learn about waxing and stuff came from practical with people. Trying things, and then I worked for a waxing company while I was in college, and I waxed people in the dorms. But then I also worked for, her name is Bertha. She owns Alexander Aesthetics. I met her through school. She came and did a presentation, and I would practice and do things like that. And then I was their model. Like, I would go when there was a Brazilian wax class and have them all do strips on me, which was very painful. Because imagine all these people who don't know how to wax, laying strips on your body and then on your vagina, let's just say it, and ripping it. It was painful. But it helped me learn. Like, so it was a good time. Hey, Sin City, welcome to the 3BWaxing show. So she still has her business. She sells products to estheticians. She's a esthetician store for wax and stuff. But yeah, a lot of what I learned was out of school, and I still am learning so many things. I feel like I'm very competent in waxing because I've done it so much, but you'll always be learning. So some things about if you are planning on planning to stop shaving and you want to start waxing, you don't need to let it grow out for very long. You want it to be this grain of rice. You want to start exfoliating beforehand. So with a sugar scrub, pads, something to exfoliate so the hair will come out easier. And then it really isn't that painful. Like, I would say, I've been doing it so long that it doesn't really bother me, but it's really not painful. I get that question like, oh, is it painful? Da-da-da. It's not bad. If you're waxing yourself at home or you're esthetician waxing somebody, in the beginning, you may want to go the directions of the hair. And then as you continue to wax, like if you're consistent waxing every 2 weeks or every week or whatever you decide to do for your hair growth, you'll notice the hair will start to thin out and it'll kind of grow up. At that point, it won't matter that much what direction you go. I go when I'm waxing people down because I find that I can get a lot more going down first and then up first. But then there's some hair types where it's just going up at the top and then going down, and then I'll just break it into two. That is what I have for, I don't know, I think I talked about the benefits. You guys know about the benefits, what to do before. If you're an esthetician, how to do it. You know, you want to add a lot of pressure. So I have been the regional trainer for a large waxing franchise. And one thing I would teach, and I still teach estheticians when I teach them how to wax, is you are going to break the stick before you hurt the client. So put as much pressure as you can when you're applying wax, and that's going to give you cleaner waxes. And just be patient with yourself if you don't get it smooth right away, because you'll get your groove. You'll get better at it. I was really impatient because I really wanted to be good at Brazilians when I was in college, so I was just waxing everybody. Like, I want to work as much as possible so I can get good at this. And so you just gotta get the practice. Hey, Spa by Naomi, Barbados. Welcome to the 3BWaxing show. So any other questions? Anything about waxing? I wanted to share my story and give the benefits. To help whether you are looking into getting your underarms waxed. It really is going to change. I used to tell people, and I still say it, is that waxing does change your life, because it does. It makes you more confident because you don't have that 5 o'clock shadow, and you don't really have to worry about being hairy. Especially the idea if you're going on vacation or, you know, hey Kay Lasia. Did I say that right? Kay Lasia. Welcome to the 3BWaxing show. You just don't have to worry about it. It's gonna last a lot longer than shaving. So yeah, that's all I got. If you have any questions, I literally miss, I know I saw Jess on here earlier. I don't know if she's still on. I literally miss all my clients. For those of you who don't know, I am in Orange County, and Orange County is shut down for the salons. So they're working on something where they can have salons outside, but for the most part, salons are shut down. I mean, obviously there's people doing it under the radar, but it's shut down. I haven't been open since March. So this is a very long time for me, visiting my clients and helping people feel good, because I do think this is part of my purpose. I am very lucky to have found out what I like to do when I was in college. So I was going to college I was just telling somebody this. I went to college for business, and specifically I have my accounting degree. And I had my esthetician license while I was in college. But I knew that every business needed accounting. And I knew that was I got the esthetician license because esthetician license was my backup plan in case college didn't work out. And so I did college and I did auditing. And my goal was to, have work my way up where I was like a controller of a salon, and then opened up a salon that way. She said, wow, from March till now. That's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Yes, Baba Naomi. It is. I miss my clients so much. Yeah, and which is crazy, is that I moved locations. I was in two locations the last week I worked. So I was moving from Santa Ana to Orange. I was moving my location, and I really didn't even get to be in the second location fully, because that week, the week of the 15th, I was going to be in the salon fully, and we closed down. Which I do think I'm very thankful that it happened that way, because for those of you who really know me, I definitely think the Holy Spirit and God's always looking out for me, because I decided to move, like, random. I kind of was like, I want to move. So I was like, okay, I'll move. I found a place, and that was even a crazy story. But I moved right when that happened, and I was paying less rent at my second place, and the person that I was renting from, the whole facility, because I went from one Phoenix to another, one Phoenix suite. The Phoenix suite I was at, they didn't require me to pay rent while we were closed down. The other one I left required, if I would have stayed, it would have required me to pay rent. So, God's always looking out for me. I always get stuff like that. That always happens. So I am very thankful, but I miss my clients. I miss doing what I love. I do think it's part of my purpose. And when I started working in college at a waxing franchise, you guys all know who it is. That's when I realized I loved what I did. And I knew I loved what I was doing is because I didn't have to work. Because my parents were like, you can have a job, but you have to keep up your grades. And so I really wanted to work and do waxing. And so I knew that's what I love to do. And I love making people feel good and confident. And obviously, my tagline, making confident beauty, beautiful, sexy, your reality. Because it's true. I really do. And whatever that may be. So I know that's a lot. It's not even, it is waxing related. And I know I'm delayed because I keep seeing myself being delayed. But if there are no other questions about waxing, that's all I got. So I plan on going live tomorrow. It'll be about something waxing or underarms. I just don't know what the topic is. I might look at frequently asked underarm questions. But yeah, that is all I have. So I will email the Wax Lounge right before I go live tomorrow. So I hope you guys found this useful. I hope I know some more Pearl had a test coming up, so I hope this was helpful for you. Yeah. So have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow, y'all. Okay.